Good morning everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room as usual, and today we're going to finish off the star album that we started yesterday. And I just wanted to say hey to everybody. Then I'm going to flip you around and put you up on my stand. And then we'll get things organized here. Get everything in the frame properly. There we are. Okay, now just give me a second here to make sure I'm oriented properly on my computer, and then we'll get started. As you can see, I put the rest of the pages in last night, and there we are. Okay, we're good to go. Now I'll see if I can keep an eye on the comments while we're going. So I did the rest of the pages, but I didn't attach them because it's easier to put your pictures and stuff in without having them attached. So this will attach here, and then this will attach there. So it doesn't open all the way. That's why it's easier to put the stuff on. And then I fought with my selfie printer for a long time, and then I just called in my blue guy. Thank goodness he kind of knows what he's doing. Oh, you know what I didn't do though? We're going to make the punch art today. We're going to make this very pregnant lady. So I just have to grab my punches. I have a whole basket full of punches that we're going to use. And then I have the list. So hopefully put her there now. Can you see? Yeah, you can see both things. Okay, so I need... Yeah, I got so excited that we were going to finish the album, I completely forgot to get the cardstock to do the punchy. So I need Whisper White, Basic Black, and Daffodil Delight. Whisper White, Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, and some Granny Apple Green. There we go. So I have my colors and I have my punches. So this is the list of what the punches that we need. Large oval, 1-inch circle, 3/4 inch circle, arrow. Some of these are retired. A small oval, a modern label, the small bloom, round tab, and a 1/4 inch circle. And this is what we're going to cut out of using each one. So I'll post this in the comments section of today's video. Oh, good morning, Dawn. I will post it in the comments section. Sorry, I'm just reading something. I posted in the comments section of today's video so you can get an idea of what you need to do. So we'll start at the top of the list. Her hat I made out of Granny Apple Green. So we need a piece of Granny Apple Green, and I need to cut out the large oval and a 1-inch circle. So I'm just offloading all my punches here because there's a lot of them. And I'll be able to tell you the ones that are retired when we do it. Okay, so this is a large oval. It's retired, but we need one of those. And then we need a 1-inch circle punch. This one you can still get. So that's it for Granny Apple Green. And then if your punch isn't sharp, like mine's not, apparently they need to be sharpened. Just take off the little flaggy ends. So you cut this. This is the large oval, and you're going to cut it in half because you only use half, and you don't want the curling half, just the straight half. And then take a chunk out of your 1-inch circle, because this is going to go on top of there like that. Oh, where did I put my tape? Okay. And remember, after the kerfuffle yesterday with the glue, I'm going to try and use tape adhesive instead of the glue, because it was not a good thing yesterday. There you go. So there's the hat. It's just that easy to make. Okay. Sorry, my computer did something weird, and I'm just trying to get the post back so I can keep an eye if there's comments. Oh, thanks for popping in, Dawn. Good luck with your blood donation. Thank you. Now, the head is 3/4 of an inch circle, and it is Blushing Bride, which I forgot to get out. So we need a 3/4 inch circle. This one is retired, but you guys got lots of punches, and if you don't have them, ones they call for, then just, I don't know, use dies or something. And then we need, in the same color, we need to make her neck and her ankles. And they're made with the My Way punch. But you know what? You don't need the My Way punch to do this. All you need is just to cut some strips. This just makes it easier. So we need 1, 2, 3 arrows. I'll get rid of this. Oops. I put it in the garbage and the garbage can wasn't there. Okay then. Now we take a small oval. No, that piece is not going to be big enough. We have to do kind of like a double punching thing to get her arm. So you start out with a small oval, and you don't need the whole thing, but I'm going to punch the whole thing anyway. So you start out with a small oval, and then you go in with the large oval and just punch over top like this. And that kind of gives you an arm. This we don't need. There's the arm, there's the head, the hat, the neck goes underneath her head like that, and then her 2 legs. Okay, the hair is another 3/4 inch circle, and we need, I used crumb cake for the last one, but I think I'm going to use some soft suede to make her hair a bit darker. So you do a punch. Let's see. Yeah, you do a punch, and then you do another punch. And see, there's her hair. And you can make it as long as you want. Now, if you wanted her to have longer hair, then you could probably use a 1 inch circle. Let's see what that would look like. And then just go over top. That might be a little bit too big for the size of her head, but if you wanted her hair to be a little bit longer, well, that's okay. See, it's longer. Or you can use this one and have shorter hair. Hey, so let's get rid of the excess pieces and I don't get confused. So there's her hair. We did the neck and the ankles. We did the arm. So the hand is 1/4 inch circle out of the Blushing Bride again, and that's just a regular handheld punch. Okay, where did it go? Oh, there it is. The legs are modern labels, and this is the modern label punch, and it's retired, I believe. Maybe it's not. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. So 2 of them. And I'm going to hand cut these a bit to make them a little bit narrower. So there's 2 legs. The shoes is the small blossom punch. And that's out of Daffodil Delight. Because doesn't every woman want Daffodil Delight shoes? So just one punch. We'll make 2 shoes. The shirt is a small oval and a 2-inch circle. So we'll just get a scrap of that. And we need my 2-inch. This is still available. This one is not retired. Now we're not going to use all of this. So you can punch. You can punch it like this, however big you want her belly to be. Let's see. And then we'll cut that a bit. That's a bit too big. And then the top of it is the small oval, which is right here. And we're just going to use a piece of that too. So I'm not going to punch the whole thing. One of those. Okay, the only thing we got left to do now is the bag. And I used some of the designer paper that we used on the front cover. I used the green for the designer paper. So let's see what other patterns there is. I wonder if we could make one out of the heart. One of the hearts. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see. Maybe we can make it out of this one. Let's see if the round tab. There it is. So we only need the top. Let's see. It will work. But first of all, I have to cut it out because it's I can't get my punch in there far enough. So we just need from these little dimples around. So I'm going to have to cut it off at those dimples anyways. So there we go. Now we just have to come up with something for the handle. Oh well, hubby's here. He can do it. Okay, we're done with that. Now the handle is this. We do the same thing we did for the arm. So there's that. So let's see what we can do for the handle. There's another one of those hearts. Maybe we'll be able to... I can cut this all up because today's the last day to get a hold of this designer paper. So I know I won't be doing a class with it. So if you're interested, like I said, today's the last day to order that paper. Okay, so we need the whole end. We need like all of this. So I'm going to go, hopefully this is going to work. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. Not a big deal. Okay, so now we go back. That was the small oval. Now we're going to go back in with the large oval and do the same thing that we did for her arm. Just do an overcut. There we are. That worked. That worked. Look at that. Okay. Now I can't use tape on this because I need to get small bits attached. So I'm going to put the glue on, then I'm going to let it dry for a couple of minutes just so it won't squish when I put the bag part on. Okay, so we got all our pieces. We can start assembling now. So we did the hat. Let's see. I didn't going to just, sorry, I'm going to just cut this a little bit. I don't want her shoulders to be quite so slopey. And then we'll put some adhesive on the bottom there. Sorry, like that. And then this goes on here, and you line up the edges and go up as far as you want. Let's just see. No, I got her shoulders too big, too long. Nope. Gotta go up quite a ways. Otherwise it's gonna look funny. Oh, you know what? I'm putting it on upside down because the belly has to go this way. That's why it wasn't looking proper. There, that's better. Now, I don't want it to be quite that long, so I'm going to cut it off. Get my pencil here so I can make a mark. I'm just going to line this up. And I don't want to make her too pregnant. So let's just go in here with this and line that up there. And I'm going to cut it off there, and I'm going to cut it off there. There we go. Okay, just got to erase my pencil mark. And put it back on the shoulders. Yeah, upside down. Again. You think I'd learn. It's okay. That's why I use this tape. There you go. So there's her belly. There's her purse. Her hat's done. Now the legs, I'm holding them together and I'm just trimming off from the dimples there. Because I don't want her leg to be too fat. And you could always use strips for this too. You don't have to use that punch. Okay, there's her legs. Now her hair, let's just put a dot of Tombow on her hair and let that dry. We'll put Tombow on each end of her neck, and I'm going to put Tombow on one side of her legs, and I'm going to put it on the arrow side because that's the side that's going to have to go behind the pant legs. And there's her head, there's her arm, so we'll just cut off her arm. So you use about half, of it, so just cut it in half, and then once we put it on we can customize it a bit, but it goes on like that, and then her little hand sits on the top. So we'll do that in a minute. So first thing I'm going to do is get a piece of scrap paper. Hang on. Because I want to draw the stripes on the shirt. Now I chose to do white because Jessie has a picture. My adhesive is showing through, that's why I took that off again. Jessie has a picture of, that you'll see in a bit, of her and a co-worker when they went, they're both teachers, and they went to school with basically the same shirt on, and they're both in striped shirts. And I'm going to be adding that picture. I'm just putting more adhesive on there. I'm going to be adding that picture to the album, so you'll be able to see it. And her shoulders are not quite long enough. I don't want to make it so it looks funny. There, okay, so now I'm going to take one of my little rulers and I'm going to take my journaling pen, and I think I used the 0.5. So let me see which one I used. I should have written it down, but I didn't. Yeah, we're going to use the 0.5. So these are available in the catalog. They're journaling pens, and you can tell what size because right there it tells you. So the 0.5 is thicker. Then you just, let's put a little bit of adhesive on the back of that so it doesn't move all over the place when I'm trying to put the lines on. Maybe I'll get them straight. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the top and do stripes all the way down. And then when I get to the top of the belly part, I'm just going to continue on with the same. I'm going to start on it. I should have been starting off though and just carrying on, because then you don't get that white edge. Oh well. We can go back and fix that. I'm making these ones a little bit closer together than the last ones. But of course you can use whatever color combination you need. So anyways, you get the idea. I don't have to do them all. There. That'll be time consuming and boring to watch. Alright, so there's our belly. Take that adhesive off the back because I don't want it sticking to everything now. Okay. Now, her hat is done, and we're going to need the neck next. I'm going to put the head on the neck. Ah, stuck my finger in the Tombow. Oh well. Head on the neck, and then body on the neck, and I just have to do a little bit of trimming to get rid of that excess, but I'm going to wait till the Tombow is a little bit drier. Now the hair. And you can move it down as much as you want because the hat's going to cover up there. I'm going to put some tape on the back of the hat, and then we'll just pop the hat on. Like that. Now her legs. Little dab will do ya. And just put them together like this. And then you can play with it to see how wide you want it. And I know I have Tombow on there, but I'm going to put some tape, because then I'll be able to move it if I need to. Okay, now let's take her body and put her legs on. There we are. Now her ankles. And I have to do a little bit of trimming because I cut her legs too narrow, but that's okay. So now I'm going to do trimming up here. You could probably trim those arrowheads off before you even start because you don't really need them. There we are. Now we need to, let's put her purse together next. Like that. Then I'm just going to put some tape on this side of it so it stays on there. I was going to stick it on like this, and then we have to put the arm on. Now comes the arm. So just a little dab of Tombow on the back of where it's going to sit on her belly, and on the front when it tucks in behind her body. See? I enjoy making punchies, but I know a lot of people don't because they're really finicky. We'll get her arm somewhere where it's supposed to be. Higher, there we are. All right, now her hand, I'm going to cut a bit off of one end for her hand. Put a very tall, minute dab of, oh yeah, right. Very small, minute, huge dab. Let's just get this off of there. And then we're going to pop her hand on top, like that. Now this is also lifting here. Do you see that? Just going to see if I can get a little itty bitty teeny tiny piece of tape underneath there. I'm just going to cut a little sliver off with my scissors. You probably can't even see it. And I just want to slide it under here. So that it, come on, it sticks the handle down to her body. There we are. So now, there we go. So the only thing we've got left now is to do her feet. Oh, and look, I made her a little bit taller than the last one. But that's okay. We can always move her legs up. Okay, let's take those points off of the arrows. Because this woman has lovely narrow legs. She must have her leggings on. Now I'm going to move her legs up a bit. And I can do that because remember I put tape on them. There we are. If she's too big, she won't fit on the front of the album. Now the shoes, you're going to use a couple of the petals. So you need 2 sets of 2. And then cut off the back where you want the heel. And then kind of slice it up like that. You see that? That's how easy it is. So now the shoes go right on the bottom. And I've got enough glue on there for both of them. So I'll just use my piece of scrap just to spread that out a bit. Now when I put my shoes on there, should be okay. You have to be, this is the finicky part because you have to have it so that her legs aren't showing, and you can leave those heels so they're a little bit deeper if you want. There you go. So there's the punchy done. And of course I will finish off the dress part. So let's get rid of all of these pieces we don't need, and then we're going to finish the album. I'm just going to put her to the side. All right, so on the front of the album, just got to find my pieces here. I cut out an oval somewhere. I know I did because I have the hole. Oh, there it is. So I cut out an oval from Purple Posy, and I want to put it on here, and because I like how she looks on top of it. And then we're going to use some dies to cut out the journey. Now, this is created on the computer, and then I also did labels for the week, for each of the weeks in the same font. So I'm going to do this part before I put her on, because this will determine where I need to put her. So I need my stitched label dies. Uh-oh, what are they called? I've lost them. Hang on, I'm still finding them. Should have got these out. There they are. They're called stitch nested labels. That was hard. I'm sorry. So now I'm going to use one of them to cut this out like that. So that's the next size down. So I'm going to take this and put it on here. And remember, it's only this part. It's not the outside dimension. So then, where did I put my oval? So if I put that there, then do I have room for the oval? Or do I need to use this one? Okay, I'm going to cut a scrap piece of Whisper White with this one, just to see if I like it or not. And I'm not doing the whole thing, I'm just doing part of it. So we'll have to go down to about there. Okay, so I'm just going to get my big shot and run this through on the platform. And then this is the little one, and if I decide that it's too small, I can always put a piece of cardstock underneath it. Okay, so here's the trial run. There's where it says the journey. It's going to go up there like that, and then this is going to go on here. And then my little lady goes, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this out of using the die here. Be right back. Alrighty. So there's that. There's the journey. Now, I've got Purple Posy here. Shall we cut out a bigger piece to see what it's going to look like if we... Oh, I haven't got a piece big enough. But this will give us an idea if I want to do it or not. Put a piece underneath. We don't have to use Purple Posy, but I have a piece here. So I just used the next die up. And see, this nests onto there like that. And of course I'll do, if I decide to do this, I'll do the one the same size. And put that there. And then put her there. Or just the white. Oh no, I like the purple posy better. Okay. So I'm just going to cut out the bigger one of the purple posy. And I'm going to cut the whole thing because I can always cut it off. I won't know how long I need it, but I can always cut it off. Okay, so this is the next die up. And we'll just use some adhesive and put this on top of the purple posy piece. Oh, I used... Okay, you're going to call me blonde. I used the same size. That won't work. I have to make sure it's the bigger size. So now, I told you this whole video thing's going to be real live. You're going to see all the boo-boos that I do, which you don't see when I do a class because it's all done before you guys get here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so this is going to lay on top like that. And then that's going to layer on there. So I'm going to cut this off, just use my scissors right along the top there. And I'm thinking that this might be a bit too long. Thinking that I'm going to want it to go up a bit more, just like a tad. Yeah, so I'm going to use my handy dandy mini trimmer. This thing is so cool. Just going to slice off a tad at the top. Not much. A sliver. And then this is going to go on here. Oh, that's better. All right, that's some double-sided tape on it. And line it up with the top edge. There we are. Now we'll put the oval on. Now when I said we were going to do this together, I said I wasn't going to show you the belly pictures, but Jessie has very kindly agreed that you can see her belly pictures. There. So that's going to go on that, but I'm going to put her up on dimensionals. So I just have to get some dimensionals. So you're going to see the belly pictures. They're so cute. I've done a little bit of blacking out because, like I said, I had that have that picture of her and her co-worker, and I don't have permission from the co-worker, so I don't want to show her face without her permission, so I've just blanked that out. Okay, so I'm going to put, and I blanked out the face of our northern grandson because I don't post pictures of faces of my grandchildren. But the pictures I want to include of him are just, they're so precious that they definitely need, two of them need to be in that book. They're called Brotherly Love, and you'll see in a sec when I get this all ready here. I'm not going to put her on yet. Just want to make sure that she's ready to go. Got one on there. Maybe I should put one on the front of her belly. Take off that little bit of adhesive tape there, because otherwise it's going to interfere with the dimensionals. Come on. Up. There we are. Okay, it's going to put one there so that her belly is held down. Now, one there, because there's a spot there that it could collapse, and I don't want it to collapse. This is how I test when I put my dimensionals on. good. Okay, so the front's ready to go, and I'm going to put her on at the end because I don't want her interfering. All right, so the pictures. The pictures now. Now I should have 6, 3, 6. I do. Okay. So these are the pictures, and they go in this order. This is 16 weeks. This is, are you ready for this cute one? This is adorable. 17 weeks. And that's our northern grandson kissing the baby. That's 17. And then this one is 19. And there's the 2 co-workers that are pregnant together. So that's where I got the inspiration for that shirt. And then 23 weeks. 27. And then another brotherly love one at 28. And that's how far along she is. I think this is week 29. So I've made the pictures, all except for the one with her coworker, are 4 by 3 1/4, and I want to mat them in black. So I'm going to take, I can't use my handy dandy mini trimmer to cut the first cut because it doesn't do full-size sheets. So I'm just cutting it down to 4 1/4, which is one of the sizes I need. So I'm going to mat them like this, and then I'll just cut out, what did I say that was? That is 3 1/8. So I'm going to do 3 1/4 inch slices. So there's 3 1/4, the first one, and then I'm going to measure to make sure that I got it right, because you know, sometimes. Uh-oh. See, I didn't get it right. Okay. Let's go 1/8 of an inch wider. There we are. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and this one measures, let's get this out of the way. This one measures 4, so 4 1/4. Oh, almost the same size. Yeah, I just need a piece of black. If I have a scrap that's big enough. Yep. Okay, so this needs to be 4 1/4, which it is, and then this one is going to be same as the other ones. 3 3/8. Let's see if that's going to fit on there. No, needs to be a little bit smaller. So I'm, instead of doing another piece of cardstock, I'm just going to cut the bottom off of it. Let's see. Oh, still a little sliver. This cutter is really good for doing little tiny slivers. And this is what it's made for scrapbooking. There we are. Good. Okay, cutter out of the way. Extra pieces out of the way. Boy, I'm going to have a mess to clean up when this is done. Okay, so now I'm going to put the pictures onto the black. But before I do that, on the back of the black, I'm going to use a pencil and I'm just going to write on there 19 weeks, just so I know when I go to put it together which piece it needs to go with. Oh, need to go for just a tad more. There we are. 1, and this one is 28 weeks. So I'll just do a couple of them so you get the idea. You don't have to do them all. I still think that's too wide. Oh well. All right, so let's find the first one. This one is 16. That's the first time she did her belly picture. Now you could also, if you have a picture, an ultrasound picture, you could put the ultrasound picture in here too. Oh Lord, something's crooked. Okay, we can fix that. Apparently it's that edge that's crooked. I didn't say I was good at this. Scrapbooking is not my favorite thing in the world to do, but that's okay. Holy man, I sure did cut that crooked. Okay, now come on, let go. You having fun yet? Frustrating. There we go. Okay, so then I just want to do, because the other side of that page is this one. This is the 17 weeks of our northern grandson kissing the baby in the belly. We had a video chat yesterday. It was so cute. He says, Nini, that's what he calls me, Nini. The baby's still in Mummy's tummy. So cute. So now I'm going to put these in here using photo corners, because just in case Jessie wants to change the pictures, she can. They don't have to stay these pictures. So I'm just sliding these clear plastic photo corners onto the corners of the mats. Like that. There. Now this one fits on this side. Oh, that's close. All right, let's get them onto this one. We don't sell these photo corners, but you can get them at any craft store. Or you could. I've had these for a very long time. So, but you don't need them. You can put your pictures right onto your pages. Just like that. Right. And I'm going to start with this side because, oops, this one came off on my finger. I don't want them to interfere with the fold. They need to be off of the fold a little bit. There we go. So there. Now I have the printouts to put on the bottom here like this. So just a little bit of tape on one side and tape on the other side. And just put it there. Oops. Start from here. There we are. So that's what each page is going to look like. And then, now if I attach these, am I going to be able to do the rest of them? I am. Okay. So now, take the adhesive, do your rabbit ear thing with the adhesive. Close your page, because you want it to be able to close and lay straight. And then what I'm doing is I'm just pushing down on the part where the rabbit ear has exposed the adhesive, and just do it like that, and do that for both of them, because if you just line it up, it's not necessarily going to close on you, which can be a big issue. So by doing this, then you know your page is going to close, and we know because of the nature of the thing that it's not going to open all the way. So there we go. So when you get it all together and you display it like that, and it becomes a star album with all those pages and all those cute pictures. And then at the very end, the last page, I leave for the going home page. And I have, my plan is for a picture from the date of birth here, and then a picture here of going home, whether the baby sitting in the carriage, the car seat, or inside the car or something, and then put the dates on those. And of course I won't be able to fill the back pages because we're not that far along yet. Okay, so then when you're done, you just tie the book closed with your ribbon. Like that. Oh, I didn't cut. Let's get my ribbon scissors here so I can make the ends pretty. There we go. So now it's tied closed. And it's going to be a bit thicker once we get all the pictures in there. And we'll put her, the punchy art lady, on the front. And remove them from pieces of her shoes. And you want to make sure that you, when you're popping your punch art, or any kind of adhesive that you use when you do these punch art pieces, make sure the extremities and the small pieces get chunks of dimensional as well, so that they don't get caught or stuck on something else. Okay, she's a little crooked. Come on, you need to come up. I want your belly to be a little bit straighter. There we are. All right, there's the journey. Now, down here in the corner, you could put like the baby's name or the birth date, or you can just leave it blank the way it is. And you can use some bling. You can put bling on there. You could use Wink of Stella. This paper would be really cool with some Wink of Stella over top of the flowers, just for a little bit of bling. But you could also put, and I think I might put some kind of rhinestones in the flower centers. But I need to wait to find out if it's going to be a boy or a girl, because I don't want to make it too frou-frou if it's a boy. There you go. So, what do you think? Hi Sharon, thanks for watching. I hope this inspires you to create a scrapbook 3D item of some kind. So I'll be back tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m., and we're going to make this bendy card. And it's made out of the tulip bundle. And I'll show you how to make your leaves in reverse so that you have them going the other way. That requires a little bit of hand cutting. But we can also make this flower 3D, so we might do that tomorrow. I don't know where this one came from. It fell off. Maybe it belongs here. Anyways, I hope you get some crafty time today. Thanks so much for joining me. Stampin' Smiles and bye for now.